Hey guys, today we're going to do like an introduction activity to compound inequalities. So when we think about a compound like sentence, that means we have two sentences put into one. So a compound inequality is when we have two inequalities put together to show a lot more solutions. So we're going to do just an introduction activity to hopefully make sure we feel okay, which is what we're talking about. So we're going to do a parking lot activity. So there are two examples that we'll talk about today, and then you guys are going to go out into the Great Hall and try some more. So here's the first example. It says no parking from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So what we need to think about for this entire activity is when can you park? Okay, so I cannot park from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So I could park before 1, okay? Or I could park after 3. Okay? Now it says no parking exactly at 1 o'clock. So if I think about like a number line, here's 1 o'clock, here's 3 o'clock. Okay. If we're talking about at 1 o'clock and when I can park, I can't actually park at 1 o'clock. So I'm going to use an open dot to show it cannot be exactly at 1 o'clock. I have to be on the road or not parking anymore. But I could park anytime before then. So I'm going to show with an inequality symbol shooting to the left. And then it says no parking from 1 to 3. So after 3 o'clock, I could park. So again, I'm going to use an open dot just to represent that it could not be 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, I can't, but at 3:01, I could. So then I'm going to shade and graph to the right. Okay. So this is what you're first going to do. You is just to read the parking lot symbol and decide when can you park. And this graph shows all the times that you could park. Then what you will do is you'll also write a statement. So I can park anytime before 1 o'clock. So X is anything. I'm going to use X. You can use P for parking or whatever. But I could park anytime before 1, but not exactly at 1. So I'm just using the less than symbol. Or I could park after 3. So X could also be anything that is greater than 3. Okay, so for today, we're going to have you shade in a solution that would look like this. And then you will also write a statement that would look like this. Okay. For example 2, it says that there is a 1-hour parking limit from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So again, we're talking about when can you park. So first I'm just going to just interpret this. So here's 2 p.m. and here's 6 p.m. Okay. Again, I want to know when can I park? Well, I could park at 2. And I could park 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, but I can't park after 6. I cannot. So I could get up in my car at 6 o'clock and leave. So this would be the graph for this inequality, anytime between 2 and 6. Then when we talk about a statement, I can park anytime after 2 o'clock, and I could park at 2 o'clock, so I'm going to use greater than or equal to. Okay, and I can park anytime before 6. So less than or equal to 6. Okay? So just something to note with the problem before, we had 2 different situations. You could do the first thing or you could do the second thing. So that's why I use the word or. But for the second example, we could only go in between 2 and 6. So that's why I'm changing up the word and using the word and. Okay, so out in the Great Hall, there are 10 problems that I want you guys to try to get through. Again, you're thinking about when can you park, and you guys are going to write graph a solution, and then you're also going to write a statement. And then there are 4 challenge questions that they're a little bit more challenging. I want you guys to try to get to those. But the sub will have an answer key to hopefully help you, and you guys can email me if you guys have any questions. All right, I'll see you guys on Wednesday.